As much as they try to, celebrities can never really keep their lives private. Though they always try to keep certain things about their lives secret, there are always paparazzi lurking around the corner looking for their next biggest scoop. Sometimes it's a minor affair and other times it's a pretty juicy story. Today we're going to talk about some of the times paparazzi got big news from celebrities as we count down the top 10 celebrities exposed by paparazzi. What's going on, guys? I'm your host BRIE, and welcome back to Top 10 Beyond the Screen. And if you're wondering why I'm dressed like this, it's because it's Halloween, so just go with it. Today we're talking about celebrities who have been exposed, and we've got some good stories to talk about, but before we get into that, make sure you guys are subscribed and have notifications turned on so you never miss out on a new video. Also, check up here for a playlist to watch more videos like this one, and stick around until the end for some bonus content. Now let's get started. Starting us off at number 10, ALEC Baldwin. ALEC Baldwin isn't always the first person you think of when you think about violent outbursts, but maybe now he will be. ALEC has had his fair share of run-ins with the paparazzi, but he's also been exposed by them. No, not for cheating scandals or crimes, but for his behavior when confronted by the cameras. ALEC's darker side has been exposed by paparazzi on multiple occasions as he's been seen having violent outbursts with them. One of the most memorable cases of such comes from 2013. When confronted by the Pops once more, he turned dark and started yelling homophobic and racial slurs at them. He also shouted at the reporters, crashed into one of their cars, and physically assaulted a couple of photographers. This whole ordeal was of course captured by all the other photographers in the area, and ALEC now goes down in history as one of the industry's most hot-headed stars. At number 9, Jessica Simpson. I'm not one for cheating. I am a very faithful and honest person, but I do know that if you were to cheat on your partner, you might want to try hiding it better than Jessica Simpson did in the mid-2000s. Paparazzi exposed Jessica for allegedly cheating on her then-husband Nick Lachey when they photographed the singer leaving the Chateau Marmont hotel. See, upon hearing this, you'd think maybe she just had a wild night out, needed to crash at a hotel, or maybe she was just visiting a friend, or literally anything else. She was known as the industry's goody two-shoes girl, so no one would have expected that an alleged affair was the reason for her stay at the hotel. But the evidence to support that? Well, how about the fact that when she was photographed leaving the hotel, she was seen wearing Adam Levine's shirt. Just recently, Jessica came out and admitted to her extramarital affairs during this time, so maybe she was really out there with a Maroon 5 frontrunner. But if you're gonna cheat on your spouse, maybe don't wear the shirt of the person you're cheating with. And at number 8, John Mayer and Jessica Simpson. Speaking of Jessica Simpson, she seems to have a reputation for having her relationships exposed by the paparazzi. Photographers caught John Mayer and Jessica Simpson while on vacation in Cabo, and when they captured photos of the couple, they had no idea that they had just witnessed the exact moment that their relationship ended. Insert breakup image. Apparently their relationship had been rocky for a while, so I'm guessing that this is why photographers were following the couple looking for a scoop. But I doubt they were expecting to strike gold with this picture. As they snapped the photo and released it to the public, news of their breakup broke. Doesn't seem like John and Jessica had even the slightest chance of keeping their breakup under wraps. But I still cannot believe that it was actually confirmed that their relationship had officially ended during the seconds that these photos were taken. Absolutely insane. Coming in at number 7, NIALL HORAN. Moving away from relationship drama, here's an instance of paparazzi exposing a celebrity for just kind of being gross. Former One Direction member NIALL HORAN was a pretty PG guy who didn't really get into much trouble or cause havoc in the media. His goody boy band cover was only just starting to fade until 2016, just 1 year after the band split up, when this exposure kind of did a number on his good boy image. In March of 2016, Niall was seen leaving a club in West Hollywood when paparazzi caught up with him. In an effort to catch a glimpse of the former boy band member, photographers captured more than they bargained for as they snapped pictures of the singer peeing in public. Yep, there are pictures on the internet of NIALL HORAN peeing on a wall. Kinda gross. Now, it's not as bad as being exposed for major things like violence or relationship turmoil, but he did kind of commit a felony by peeing in public, so I guess now we have a bad boy on our hands. In at number 6, Orlando Bloom. Now, when I think of celebrities who were exposed by paparazzi, I think of cases like Orlando Bloom, where he was really exposed. For those who have no idea what I'm talking about, let me tell you. Back in summer 16, Orlando Bloom and Katy Perry were having a nice day on the beach paddleboarding and having fun, but their fun soon turned sour as images soon surfaced of Orlando blooming, if you know what I mean. The man had his bits out for Harambe and the paparazzi captured it all. They really exposed him, that's for sure. There are tons of pictures of Orlando on the beach that day, and I honestly don't really know how to feel about it. I know it's all a joke now, but like, the paparazzi really went out of their way to invade this man's privacy and take many pictures of him and share it with the world. When that kind of thing happens to a normal person, it is super frowned upon and even illegal in some cases, but why is it that when these things happen to a celebrity, it's fair game? Halfway through at number 5, Justin Bieber. Next we're talking about Biebs and his paparazzi exposure. In a case much like Orlando's, Justin had his goodies photographed and plastered all over the internet as well. In 2015, paparazzi caught up with Justin as he was vacationing in Bora Bora while he was there with model Jade Pierce. The paparazzi captured the coveted full frontal photo as he walked to the hot tub in his vacation rental. Justin told sources that he thought that since he was out in the middle of nowhere, he didn't think photographers would come out on boats trying to photograph him, and this prompted his liberated walk around his rental. Unfortunately for Justin, his fears were realized and there were in fact photographers at the ready. The images surfaced on the internet soon after, and though there were a handful of censored versions, there are also a couple of completely nude images as well. Yet another celeb who was really exposed by the paparazzi. Coming in at number 4, Dakota Johnson and Chris Martin. When fans are really invested in a couple, they will do anything to get the latest relationship gossip. The same goes for when a couple really calls it quits. For the next few weeks after their breakup announcement, paparazzi will be everywhere trying to catch a glimpse of those people, trying to look for a scoop. Well, this is exactly what happened with Dakota Johnson and Chris Martin. In June of 2019, Dakota and Chris announced that they had broken up after almost 2 years together. Obviously, having been together for so long, their split was big news and the paparazzi had to get in on the scoop. Well, it wasn't until a few months later when photographers spotted the two having a date together at the beach. They snapped some photos and broke the news that the two were not actually split up as people thought. The fires of love had been reignited and the paparazzi were the first ones to expose the truth. In at number 3, Emma Roberts. In 2013, Emma Roberts was arrested for domestic violence against her then boyfriend Evan Peters. She was arrested in Montreal after getting into a fight with Evan at their hotel, prompting guests to call the police. When the police arrived, they found Evan with a bloody nose and bite marks. Now after this sort of encounter, you'd think that Evan would have left Emma, but no. Paparazzi caught the two of them reuniting in New Orleans just a few days after Emma's arrest. Cameras captured the moment the couple met up in an emotional exchange. Reports say that they were both hitting each other, but Emma was arrested because Evan had visible signs of abuse. Though Evan didn't press charges, Emma was still left with the reputation of being abusive. Following the paparazzi exposing their reunion, this began a pattern of on-again, off-again behavior until the couple called it quits for good in 2019. At number 2, Kristen Stewart and Rupert Sanders. At the time, this incident was big news. When paparazzi snapped photos of Kristen Stewart and director Rupert Sanders in an affair, the news blew up. Paparazzi exposed their secret relationship and it has honestly stuck with Kristen till this day. When you ask people why they hate Kristen so much, the overwhelming answer is because of this cheating scandal. The exposure was enough to end both Sanders and Stewart's relationships with their own partners. The whole thing went down while filming Snow White and the Huntsman, so I guess as Twilight came to a close, so too did the coveted relationship between Edward and Bella. This scandal was probably one of the best examples of paparazzi blowing the doors off a story. Finally at number 1, Christian Bale. A couple of weeks ago I talked about Christian Bale and his violent outburst at a fan, which detailed how the fan should be ended. So I think we know what Christian Bale's dark self is capable of conjuring up. But if you need more examples, look no further than an audio recording that was leaked by the press which recounts Christian Bale's violent outburst on the set of Terminator Salvation. While on set filming, Bale I guess cracked under pressure and took it out on a crew member, saying that he was ruining his focus. Apparently the crew member was walking behind the camera and this messed Bale up, leading to the outburst. Christian then began ripping on the crew member for a good 4 minutes. Now that might not seem like a very long time, but it sure is when someone is throwing expletive-ridden hate at you. This altercation landed Christian in the hot seat and garnered him the title of impossible to work with once the public got a hold of the recording. Now before I wrap up this video, let's do some comment shoutouts from top 10 celebrities who hate their exes part 2. I said I was gonna read out my favorite jokes, so here we go. Tiffany Benefield says, did you hear about the 2 antennas that got married? The ceremony was good, but the reception was out of this world. But that's actually a really good one. I haven't heard that one before. I love these cheesy jokes. They're awesome. UK Crazy says, where do you take a person who injures themselves playing peekaboo? To the ICU. That's a good one. I like it. I like it. Now this next one isn't a joke, but I had to give it a shout out anyway. Radical Rainbow says, Brie, you're so much more relaxed and comfortable in front of the camera from when you first started. Well done, you've grown brilliantly. I said you would when people were throwing shade at you in the comments. Thank you, I love this comment so much. It's so nice to see positive comments, you know, when you're getting crapped on all day, every day. So thank you for your kindness. Thanks guys for your comments, and thank you for watching the video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel while you're at it. Also, leave a comment telling me the most embarrassing thing that has happened to you. That's all I've got time for today, but until next time, stay safe, stay awesome, and stay groovy, friends.